Assalamu alaikum respected students and welcome to my YouTube mathematical channel. Today we will continue with a new chapter of class 9 maths. Chapter number is 16, while the name of the chapter is theorem related with areas या area. वो थ्योरम जो कि एरिया से रिलेटेड हो, इस के अंदर हम लोग यही चीज, इस चैप्टर के अंदर यही चीज पढ़ेंगे. तो इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड द थ्योरम्स ऑफ दिस चैप्टर वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट द मोस्ट बेसिक एंड इंपॉर्टेंट definitions are related to those theorems. Okay, students, come to the first definition. The first one is area of a figure. The region, it is defined as the region enclosed by the bounding lines of a closed figure. The region enclosed by the bounding lines. First, understand what is the meaning of bounding lines. The lines which coincide with each other, which meet each other, intersect each other at one point, like this pen, like these two board markers. So these are known as bounding lines. And what is the meaning of closed figures? Closed figure means like this. Like this means it is not open from any end. If I am saying like this, triangle, it is a closed figure. And these are bounding lines. And these are what? Bounding lines. ये जो lines हैं, ये एक दूसरे के साथ मिल भी रही हैं, कनेक्ट भी हैं, और इनके दरमियान वाला एरिया, ये जो एरिया है, ये बेसिकली टोटल इस चीज को क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है आपके पास? एरिया ऑफ अ फिगर. टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं इसके एरिया फिगर, टू मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स है, क्लोज फिगर एंड बाउंडिंग लाइंस. ओके, कम टू द सेकंड डेफिनेशन. The second one is triangular region. Tri means three sides, triangular means three sides area, figures. So what does it mean? The triangular region is the union of triangle and its interior. Triangle means three line segment and its interior, or in other words we can also say it, or the three line segment forming the triangle and its interior. If I am saying, before we were discussing area of a figure, any figure, either triangle, rectangle, parabola or whatever, but this is the triangular region. Triangular means three sides figure. Either it is a right angle triangle or scalene, isosceles, whatever, must consist of three line segments. So like this. So three line segments, of course these are three lines. One line segment means they must have the end points. So these are three line segments and the union of, this is the union, line segments and its interior. So this is known as, or I can also say it like this, right angle triangle is also a triangular example. So triangular region has been discussed, figures already has been discussed. Now come to the third one, rectangular. All of you are familiar with this word rectangular. Means if I say whose length is greater than its width. Look at this blackboard, it is also a rectangle in shape. Your mobiles are also a rectangle in shape. Your books are also rectangle shape. So I shared with you the practical examples of rectangular. Okay, come to this one. The same like the previous definition. So rectangular, only the difference is what in triangular, rectangular is the word rectangular. So what does the rectangular region is? The union of rectangle and its interior. If I am saying like this is your rectangle. Okay, so these are four line segments. and union of rectangle, these are the union in other words, and its interior, this is known as your interior. So this is known as your rectangular region. Like this your duster, of course this is the best example of rectangular region. Look, these two sides, they are parallel and they have the greater length than these two widths. So these is the union, combined together will make a rectangle. So this is known as your union, and the black, this area is its interior. So union of these four line segments and its interior is known as your rectangular region. Okay, now come to the fourth definition, and I divide the fourth definition as per your book into three parts. Basically, what is the basic concept? Between the same parallels. Between the same parallels. And I divide it into three parts as per book. Number one, for the parallelogram. We will discuss the between the same parallel. Parallel means like this, which have the same like this. These are parallel. These are also parallel. These are also parallel condition. These two markers, if I am saying like this is one marker, whatever the length. Parallel means they will not intersect. If I say like this, are they parallel? No. Why? At some time or after some time, or if you increase the length of this and this, they will intersect each other, so they are not the parallel. These are the parallel. One is here or here. Whenever they come to each, they are parallel to each other. Look, this condition. Okay. Between the same parallels, for the parallelogram, first we will discuss the topic, the definition means between same parallel for the parallelograms. So two parallelograms, for the parallelograms, so it means we need to give understand the comparison between the two parallelograms. Two parallelograms are said to be between the same parallels when their bases, understand the most important one, their bases, this is the first important word, are in the same straight line, like this. Stand, if I say the first part, between the same straight line, and if I say these are two parallelograms, first parallelogram, okay, and this is your second parallelogram. Understand? Okay. What is at their sides means these are bases, and these are what? Opposite sides. Okay. Of these bases are also straight. They are also on the same straight line. Are known as your between the same parallel for the parallelograms. So if I say this is one straight line, this is one straight line, they have the same base. If I say they have the same base, like this, will they satisfy the condition between the same parallel? No. Why? Look, their bases are of course on the same line, but their opposite side, look, it is shorter in height, this is larger in height than this, so they are not satisfying the condition of between the same parallels for the parallelograms. But if I say, look, this one is very small, if I say it is very small, and another I draw another parallelogram like this, look, they are two parallelograms, their bases are on the same straight line, while their opposite sides are also on the same straight line. But it does not mean, or you can say, if one parallelogram is smaller in width and other bigger in width, like this, no matter, no problem at all. But the length like this, If one is shorter and that is larger in length, so they will not satisfy, like I discussed with in the previous example. But here they will satisfy the both conditions. Base is same straight line and opposite side is also on the same straight line. Okay. Now come to the second part of this definition. Between the same parallels for the triangles. Now we are going to discuss the further triangles. The like previous one. Triangles are said to be between same parallels when their bases are in the same straight line. So what does it mean? This is your the same what I can say, this is your straight line, okay, and if I draw one triangle here, okay, and another triangle also here like this, okay, and what this is the first part, okay, come to the second, and the line joining their vertices, the line